reverse, know how to, drive properly.
Remember, there's a guy who made a testimony last time, or Bubiku Express, he drove about over 10 kilometers in reverse.
Yeah.
In reverse.
You have to be a very good driver, by the way, to do that.
Oluvannyuma olw'okukasuka ekiveera omujjudde agayenjayenja n'ebisaaniiko abakikoze ng'addayo waka kiwaatule ku Northern Bypass. Kigendererwa kyabadde nti kyakumuviirako kuyimirira ogezaako okukebera emmotoka oba okulemesa emmotoka kweyongerayo mu maaso. Bateekawo agafu, abalala bakozesa obusumaali ku nfugu, bateekawo agayenjayenja sobole okutulisa omupiira. So twagala okukubiriza abantu baffe nti naddala ng'ovuga obudde obw'ekiro olina okuba ng'olina obumanyirivu mu nvuga esobola okukutaasa nga olina obulabe obwenkanidde wano. Olina okuba ng'omanyi okukyusa emmotoka, olina okuba ng'omanyi okwongera mu sipiidi mu mmotoka, kuba livansi mu bwangu ddala bwe kiba nga kyetaagisa.
Behavior, no. Watch out, be on the lookout. Don't just drive. Wow.
Now imagine a chick is the one driving at that time.
Well, chicks know how
Even
to
if
drive.
because Enanga was saying they can even just throw dust, just rubbish at your car, and you get scared, you panic, you stop the car, and then that's how they attack you.
Chicks know how to drive. Chicks have heavy foots. Chicks are experienced. Just mbula mutula muziru kulula. But you can do everything now. What a man can do, a woman can do better.
No, you've defended. Is it because tomorrow is Women's Day?
No, because
that you're
I've
hailing?
seen chicks drive.
Yeah, I mean, there's driving well on the road, but then there's driving under threat.
Yes.
There's driving under. These two things are different, by the way. It takes an experienced driver to be able to thrive under threat.
You know how many times chicks be running from lodges?
They are always under threat.
Chikumi kawumuze bbiri Galaxy FM zirimu endeza akavako ku saa 5 nga tuvuddeyo eyo ekiwaatule. What else do we have happening?
Now, still speaking about robberies and thugs, there's a 29-year-old man. He's called Moses Amanyire. He's apparently a UPDF deserter. He has been holding illegal roadblocks. In certain places, he stages an illegal roadblock.
Him alone.
People. He has a gang of criminals that he works with. According to Kampala Metropolitan Deputy Police Spokesperson Nuko Wesigire, he says that this man is a resident of Makindye, Sabagabo, and he's a ringleader of a gang. So what they do is they mediate in quack land deals. They set up illegal roadblocks, and that's how they operate. And he says that he has been arrested several times. He has been taken to court.
Yes.
And when it's taken to court, he somehow is granted bail. He comes back to the public and does the same thing.
He has engaged in activities over land. These are people whom they hire to come and when there is a land conflict in an area, he is hired, comes in the disguise of a military officer and causes a lot of commotion, kidnapping people they're contesting with because he has interest in the matter. And it is unfortunate to say that on the many occasions that he has been arrested and arraigned in courts of law, including the General Court Martial, sometimes he has come out on bail and continued the same activity.
Now, I went to schools that were very particular about people that studied from there.
Yeah.
When I saw this boutique story, I wasn't surprised.
Yeah, but I think it's I don't know which word to use, but
it is.
I feel like everybody should be given benefit of doubt.
It is unfair.
Yeah, it is kind of unfair.
It is backward, you say?
No, those are your words. Backward.
So Munange, boutique Chira College, they refused the head teacher, apparently because he is not an OB.
Yes. This is Kira College Boutique Old Boys Association. Now, they have rejected. There's a newly a head teacher who was posted from another school. It's called Paul Mogeza. Yeah, he was sent to that school, posted by Ministry of Education to the school, and approved by Board of Directors. He was brought in.
Yes.
So this association of old boys are rejecting this Mogeza to take over the school. They claim that he lacks knowledge and about the history of the school and how Chira College Butiki
The
has always
culture.
been running. They had the culture, how to keep it up, because they say over the years the culture has gone down. You know, these were those traditional schools that everybody admired and wanted to be a part of. So they're saying, no, we don't want this man. And from the school he's coming from, according to this association, they say they don't. He has not had a good track record, even
from there.
Yes. So why would it is not a training ground? Chira College is not a training ground.
As old boys, we have rejected the new head teacher to take over our school. We feel he doesn't merit to come and lead our school. This gentleman is not an old boy of the school, and therefore he doesn't have the institutional memory for which would help him to steer the school ahead. The gentleman doesn't have any track record of good performance where he has been.
I went to school and I reported. I was received by the board. I'm only waiting for instruments of power. So please, muide tukole bulungi. And above the head teacher, there is board of governors representing a ministry. But inga wembako bedenti on record, you can prove me right. Nzezira wemba then bakobanti I have not worked.
Rejected. Do you blame them?
I blame them on grounds that because they're saying over 10 years we've not had an old boy posted to the school. I think that is not a proper ground to stand to reject somebody from running a school. Like, because he's not an OB of the school, because culture revolves. The people have adopted even new culture even now. The way Kira was 10 years ago, the way Budo was 10 years ago, it's not the same way. So for you to want to keep it in the same way is being rigid. You must be open and flexible to new ideas from new people who come in. So on those grounds, I don't agree. But I would agree on grounds that maybe he's not.
The record is not good.
Yes.
My take home from this is whatever he's going to do is rejected already.
Yeah.
He is rejected.
Or
already.
because he's speaking Lusoga. But
No, it doesn't matter.
He's their boy.
He is rejected already. If the Old Boys Association is not seconding him, the students are not going to accept him, unfortunately.
But now the power is not in the students. The power lies within the Ministry of Education
who?
And the Board of Governors of the school.
Listen,
if Board of Governors are
the
saying
best
it's okay,
head teachers we've had in history of schools are ones that cooperate with the students. Like, we no better chali wa abana. That's the only way they cooperate
without
with
giving
you.
you the chance to be Charlie. How will you be the Charlie?
He's not getting it. He's not get. Have you ever tried to con a cheek? Okay, your cheek. Like, have you ever fallen for a guy? Never musiga kasanga tona kwogera naye.
Huh?
Like, they tarnish his name if they tell you he's a thief, he's a womanizer, murogo, mubi. Even if they are lies, like, your mind is already.
Your mind's already.
This is what has happened.
No, it would work if it was voting. If they said they had to vote for the guy, let's raise your hand if you support this guy or not. Anyway, let's wait and see what Ministry of Education will say.
I went to traditional schools. I know how those people are.
No, I want to believe that traditional schools are not run on the alumni, on Old Boys Association.
But they have a say.
They are run by governors and the Ministry of Education.
They have a say, Mukwano. They have a huge say. If they reject you.
What do they call it?
Look, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
The PTA meetings are always not going to be successful because the parents alone will not coordinate with the
They have a certain mindset.
Like, everything he's going to put on table is going to be rejected.
Me, I said let them give him benefit of doubt. Let them see what he can do before they judge him.
As we conclude.
Yeah, there is an issue of increasing teenage pregnancies in Luero district. The recent crime report...
In where?
Luero districts. The recent crime report says 166 cases were reported. That is for 2022. But then there's another report from the district health, it is the Luero health report.
Yes.
District health report.
Yes.
The health report says 9,184 cases, teenage cases of pregnancy were registered in health facilities. The police crime report says 166. So they are saying for us, we have registered. We have seen these teenagers, about 9,000, the ones we have had in our hands. That is between July 2022.
And this is only Ruero.
Yes, between July 2022 to January 2023.
July
2022 and January 2023. 9,100.
In a period of 5 months.
In a period, yes.
God, the libido is.
it is high. So most of these teenage pregnancies have been attributed to some. They are not reporting them; they are underreporting these defilement cases because police will compile a report based on what has been reported to police stations. Apparently, there is a lot of mediation going on at levels of the state attorneys in court, going on at levels of local council, going on at levels of parents and victims themselves. There's actually a 17-year-old who was narrating, saying for her, the man takes care of everything.
So
the mother discussed with the father.
She got no wahala.
Yeah. The only thing they want is to marry him.
Hey, Bambe.
Nafuna olubuto nga ndi mshale wa jajja. Saamanya. Ne mama teyamanya ninginda ku ssomero. Jesse actions nezibeerereyo ninga mbuba kiki. Ne malako taamu yasooka. Nenkomawo mama nangamba simala ndi mu lubuto. Embeerawo.
The defilers are in their houses. The defilers are their sons. The defilers are their brothers. The defilers are the uncles of these children. The defilers are the fathers of these children. That is the biggest problem. The defiler is the boss of the mother of this child. And some parents want to manipulate these situations by getting something out of it, in most cases. So you find that somebody has, you get a whistleblower, they tell you about a defilement case.
Ndeba State Anthony betuyina okuja government erina kyekozeewo bafuukidde ddala abazibu ennyo ku misango egyo bagifuula luwombo buli fayiro eraga mu maaso gaabwe nga eriko agoberera awo weekoma teyeeyongerayo.
You find the chairperson of the village, the attacker, trying to mediate between the defiler and the victim. So because they involve so much in that mediation, you find out that so many victims don't appear at police because there are people in the villages who have decided to mediate.
So you're attributing every pregnancy to every teenage pregnancy to
no, to the biggest percentage. The man just explained to you. Omwana bamuwaye ne bamufumbiza. Abazadde ne babajjamu. Ne bakakana ajja kukulira eyo. Can you imagine?
It's very sad.
Wherever we are going.
As a parent, you'd think, let me settle this out of court. Or by the... And there are also worst cases where women are forced to keep quiet because it's her boss who has defiled the girl. Or by it is her husband who has defiled. There, eh? I mean, these are the things that are happening. Or by it is the brother who has defiled the sister.
We have mothers and fathers sending their daughters into marriage because they are broke. They want to get money.
I tell what do they want to get? 10 kilos of sugar and a goat. I mean, like, really? You're selling your daughter for 10 kilos of sugar and a goat?
For God and my country.
Eh?